So I'm going to keep this super, super, super simple. This is not going to be a long video, and this is going to be, very easy to understand. I want to start by saying that if the first initial feeling that you're getting, right, when you hear me say, "Hey, dating multiple people is probably a good idea," especially as a woman. If the initial feeling that you're feeling is like, "Oh, that just doesn't feel right," or it feels dishonest, or it feels like I'm cheating, or it feels, dirty, or whatever that is, right? It goes against my morals. It's because your entire perspective of how you approach dating is wrong from the get-go. You see, when I say date multiple people at the same time, what I mean is create more opportunities at the beginning, right? And don't rush into things like exclusivity or commitment with people that haven't really earned that with you yet. And you obviously haven't earned that with them either, right? What I'm talking about is taking your time, not rushing things. Right? So a lot of people think that when I say date multiple people at the same time, where they have an issue is where they go, yeah, but I can't. Like if I'm kissing multiple guys, I don't want the men that I'm dating to kiss another girl yesterday and then kiss me today, or sleep with her yesterday and sleep with me tomorrow, or that's where it becomes problematic. And that's where I say, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. You shouldn't be at that stage at all. Dating multiple people means that you are creating multiple friendships, that you are just open. You don't have to just be like, "Oh, wait, sir, like I need to find another one to date." Well, you know what I mean? Before I can date you. I mean, you're just, as you're putting yourself out there and you're meeting new people and you're focusing on, at these early stages, for the first few weeks, the first couple of months, I would say, when you're focused entirely, well, you should be focused entirely on just getting to know new people, creating genuine platonic relationships, friendships first, right? You always want to start by creating a foundation of friendship where you're not rushing physical intimacy, where you're first just getting to know one another, getting to know each other's, passions and wants and needs and, values and beliefs, and seeing whether or not there's compatibility there. When you're just seeing whether or not you can even be friends with each other before, you're trying to determine whether or not you can be, romantically engaged with each other. That's when I talk about dating multiple people at the same time, that's what I mean. I mean, you're open. You're not rushing things like exclusivity. Some people are like, "Oh yeah, well, we've been on 3 dates now. We need to be exclusive. I'm just like that." No, you're not just like that. You just don't have boundaries. You just don't know how to set boundaries for yourself. And therefore, you also want them to give you these guarantees that he's not, sleeping with other people, because you already want to engage in all of these things with him. You know what I mean? The fact that he might be exploring other options wouldn't bother you as much if you're doing the same thing, right? And the fact that he would be doing that wouldn't bother you if you're not engaging in all of these, levels of physical intimacy, right? If you're not kissing him yet, if you're not sleeping with him yet, right? You would be a lot more okay with the fact that you are seeing and meeting other people and doing these, getting to know each other, going on dates, getting to know each other with other people, and they could be doing the same thing. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If you're not in a relationship, right, they could be, and frankly should be, seeing other people, talking to other people, getting to know other people, and so should you, right? There's a whole difference. Like there's a dating stage where, again, it should not be at this point, especially the first couple of weeks, or even to a month or two or so. Like it should not. You shouldn't. You should avoid any conversation about exclusivity and commitment because you don't know each other, just yet. You should be exploring other options. By exploring other options, by dating multiple people, what happens? Right? You become a lot less engaged and a lot less dependent on an outcome with a specific person, which makes you a lot more analytical about your choices. When you're dating multiple people at the same time, it's much easier to also assess and compare red flags, green flags. You see, "Oh, this guy doesn't do that. Oh, this guy does that. This guy," you know what I mean? You can compare all of these things and you can make the right decision. You're coming from a place of abundance rather than a place of lack. You're not there. You're making sure that you're creating and you're making the right option, not just taking the one that, the only one that you have because you're so desperate to be with someone, right? You're no longer just looking to change your, relationship status. You're finding the right person. You're not just there trying to not be single. You're there picking and choosing the right person for you. Right? And at the same time, again, it creates a sense of urgency. It creates a sense of just like them wanting to progress their relationship forward because they don't have these guarantees, because they know that you're desirable, because they know that you're, And so should they, frankly. So that really works both ways. But if the first feeling is like, oh, that just doesn't feel right, it's because you don't have boundaries. And you should work on creating boundaries first. And when I say date multiple people, I by no means mean you should kiss multiple people at the same time or within the same week or so, or you should sleep with multiple people or any of those things. You shouldn't be at their places. You shouldn't be like any of those things that, oh, but that makes me feel like I'm cheating. If that makes you feel like you're cheating, it's because you're dating them wrong. Dating multiple people at the same time just means that you are creating multiple friendships, that you're getting to know multiple people while you're setting boundaries with all of them. Not just with one that you don't like that much, but with all of them. Whether you like them more, you like them less, you're creating these boundaries. And over time, once you assess compatibility then they will, a lot of them will fall off along the way, right? And the one that you're actually connecting with will stay. That's the point of dating multiple people at the same time. It shouldn't feel like you're cheating. It shouldn't feel like they're cheating. It should really feel like genuinely focusing on building a foundation of a friendship, right? Because the moment we start like kissing one of them, it becomes very difficult to date other ones, right? Because it doesn't feel genuine, and we don't even want to date the other ones because we're so now biologically, hormonally focused on an eventuality with a specific person. And that's why I'm saying by creating multiple, it kind of helps us. It makes it easier for us to stick to our boundaries, to get to know multiple people, to make the right decisions that are based on just analytically assessing compatibility and not just doing something just based on like, oh, I'm feeling very, very lonely, very horny, and just, you know what I mean? Like, and just ending up in a situation with someone prematurely before really taking the time to get to know them. Hopefully that helps and that clarifies the whole topic of dating multiple people at the same time. I'll see you guys in my next video.